So we want to say good morning, but it's not actually morning just yet. Um, but someplace it might be 1 a.m. But it's difficult for Edward to be talked about in the third person when he can hear what is being said. But he's working on getting used to that. But we were talking to him about the conversation that took place with you last night, and he became clear about some things about the conversation because we helped him to become clear about some things about the conversation. And the things about the conversation had more to do with using words and how words are being used. And we've been helping him to be clear about his words for a long time. And the word that he has learned recently is about calibration. And so, he's been doing this work for a long time and hasn't always had the words to put on what we have been trying to teach him because the connection to us hasn't always been clear. So, this is now becoming more clear for him, and so our transmission is easier. But we have been trying to have him come into alignment, come into calibration with a higher vibration. And it's not just about speaking pretty, it's not just about avoiding certain words because they sound better or whatever, but we're trying to impress upon you the way that we have been impress been impressing upon him is that words have power, and for him he links it up to magic. And as somebody that is psychic, he likes to think that because he is psychic and because other people are psychic, when they use certain words and those words have power, that when they speak those words, that the power that they're giving them emphasizes the the energy behind that, and so those things have an ability to manifest. And the reality is that they do, but it's not just about the words, it is the power behind the words, it is the intention behind the words. And so we wanted him to come in and have conversation with you, and he wasn't really sure that he wanted to do that because he didn't want to appear to be annoying you with a lecture about the words. And so,
Microsoft Word is a word processing software developed by Microsoft.
Alexa, stop. That was distracting him. So, we wanted to be clear about the words and about what you are trying to do because we want you to be clear about Are you trying to manifest things in your life? Are you trying to raise your vibration? Um, or are you simply trying to feel good? Because when you are doing the mechanics that you learned on the YouTube video about bringing the energy out, rolling it forward, rolling it backwards, that that is a mechanism. It's a tool that you can use to help you to feel good. But there was a disconnect in the energy, and Edward felt that, and so that was disturbing to him. In that you are saying that you want to raise your vibration, that you want to manifest. And so that is something that is not necessarily helping you to manifest, but it is something that is helping you to feel good. And if it's something that you helps you to feel good, then we would say to do that. But we are aware that you are after what he is calling, you have bigger fish to fry. So we all just think that that's humorous. Um, because we really think that you want to, in essence, raise your vibration. Because if you are raising your vibration, then you are feeling good. And if you are raising your vibration, then you can manifest the things that you want to manifest. And when you raise your vibration, then the things that you manifest, the things that you want to manifest, will come to you faster and easier and smoother and without contradiction. And he's reminding us about the conversation that you had had about the ego and the id, and that whole conversation last week. And so we just want you to be aware that when you are raising your vibration to the point that you are seeking to raise your vibration, that is not even going to be an issue for you. Because when you are closer to the source energy, that is not a problem. The source energy doesn't have that kind of ego. It doesn't have that kind of aggression. It doesn't have that kind of conflict between one person and another person. So it is really something that is a non issue and something that you really don't even have to worry about. It's something that you don't have to focus on, as you were having the conversation last night about whatever you focus on is what you're going to manifest. So this is why we were trying to have you understand that when you are focusing on something, when you are aligning your energy to a higher vibration, when you are connecting to source energy that will raise your vibration, it will allow you to be happy, and it will allow you to be happier for a more extended period of time the more that you do it. And he's really like so concerned about you. Um, he really wants to impress upon you that this is not a form of attacking you, or a form of beating you up, or a form of saying that you are not doing enough, or a form of saying that any of those things that you might want to put words to, because we are aware that where you have been in your life, there have been people who have attacked you, that have tried to take your power away from you, that have tried to discipline you in harsh ways that did not really feel good, that only allowed you to have half feelings about things and have other half feelings that were having to be shut down, shoved aside, pushed away, and cause you to feel crazy, because it could have you be more schizophrenic, more split, is the way that we're showing it to you. So we're just talking to you about when you can align your energy, when you can connect, when you can have that string that was talked about last night, when you can have that connection to something that is allowing you to feel good, and that goodness is raising your vibration and doing that thing more than that is helping you to achieve your goal. When we are looking at your energy and what your intention is, we see that your vibration is, as an example, here, and that you are trying to get your vibration to be here. However, what you are unaware of is that your vibration will actually shoot to here. So we just want you to be aware that the easiest way to do this is to be in a state of meditation, even if it's for a few minutes, because it's something that you remove all the distraction in order to get there. And when you are going online and looking at videos and using these simulated techniques that they're showing you to do, and then you do them, there is a connection to the video, there is a connection to that has an ability to be in the way, because you are trying to repeat the process that was shown to you. And when you do that, you're giving power to the process that you learned online. You're giving power to that thing. And we are trying to help empower you, and for you to be able to have your own experience. And when you meditate the way that we are trying to help you to meditate, it releases the distractions. It pushes the other things outside of the vortex, outside of the circle. And when things are outside of the circle, it's about you, your connection to the source. When the source energy comes in, and you are an extension of the source energy, and all of your cells and all of your bodies are an extension of source energy. And when that energy flows through, and it's just you and the source, and it is your connection, it is your experience. We can say the words to you, but it is more important that you have your own experience. And he's aware that you paid money to have these coachings, as the two of you have decided that they are called. We think that any kind of teaching moments is what we would rather call them. We think that any kind of teaching moments are important. And all of your guides are out there trying to help you and trying to teach you and trying to help you to gravitate to the place that you really want to be in the world. And we would really like you to know that we are aware that you are trying so hard to get liftoff, that you are feeling like you have to get through this stratosphere energy, that you're trying to break through what Edward calls like the glass ceiling that he knows that women have had to go through. He's been aware that women have this glass ceiling thing, women in the workplace and corporations and things, and it's very disturbing to him that they have that concept, because we teach him that the only limitations are the limitations that you set for yourself. So when you buy into other people's limitations, then that is your decision. That is you lining up with those things. And we would much rather have you lining up with the source energy and healing yourself and taking care of yourself in that way and clarifying your energy in that way. It is not a healing per se in the way that you might think about it as a healing. However, when there is an absence of dis-ease, is that not what you are looking for? And some people would say that if there was illness and then there is no illness, then that is a healing. We are referring to all of this as energy, and so the disease is an energy, a thought is a thing, and so if you remove the thought, if you remove the dis-ease, which the dis-ease is really just a thought form that you have taken on somebody else's energy, and it has mutated and has done something else within your system. So when you remove that thought form, when you remove that dis-ease, then there is, in essence, a healing that is taking place. So that is really what our hope for you is, because when when you have had experiences in life that have been limiting to you by your parents, by society, by relationships, by whoever, by your friends, even when you obtain these, when you have these experiences that alter your connection to the spirit, to the source energy, to really just altering your connection to love, which is really like the highest vibration. And when you have that kind of vibration, which is about love, like actual pure love, not the corrupted form of love that some people want to say is love. But when you have that, all things will flow to you in a much more clear, concise, positive way, because it allows you to blossom and it allows you to flower, and it allows all of the things that are inside of you, all of your gifts to blossom, and all of the desires that you have to blossom, and it allows you to be free in who you are. And it will really just be amazing. So we're just in some ways getting ahead of ourselves, but we're really just trying to express to you that you are really going to get further ahead than what you are really even thinking about. When the vision of what you are trying to manifest, when that manifests, it is going to become so much more than what your vision is about. It's really going to blow your mind, is the words that we're going to say to you. So we think it's really important that you do not hold on to your past experiences. We think it's really important for you to focus on where you are now, to appreciate what you have now, to be satisfied with what you have now, to be satisfied with the work that you are doing now, knowing that you have come so very far, and just being aware that you have come far. You don't have to have names for the milestones. You don't have to have target points. You don't have to identify the emotional states where you have been. When you are identifying the emotional states of where you have been, those emotional states, when you're connecting to them, it is the same as if you're telling the story over again. So let it be enough that you are simply aware that there have been successes that have happened in your life, and that you have transcended like so many things in your life, so that you are happy with where you are now. And that allows you to be more aware of where it is that you're heading to. Again, we're not saying to be living in illusion. We're not telling you to speak lies. We're asking you to connect to things that allow you to be happy, because those things that cause you to be happy are the things that are raising your vibration. And when you are doing more of those things, then those things will help you to stay in that, so it is easier for you to connect back to it. We are just trying to help you to connect to things that are of the highest vibration, because that is where all things are possible, because we're talking about the source that creates worlds. And when you are tapping into some things that are smaller and they have the ability anyway to have smaller catapulting effects is what we will call it. So if you are not connecting to a higher vibration, if you're not connecting to the vibration of source, then you're not really aware of how high you can go. And when you have tapped into the vibration, the energy of source, it helps you to connect to that on a more frequent basis because it's something that clears your energy and something that is just so different. When you are in the moment and allowing this energy to come through, you will be able to feel that. You will be able to feel the source energy in all of the other things that you're doing that make you happy. If you are going to the beach, if you are looking at something online that is allowing you to feel good, you will be able to feel the vibration of source in that in a much clearer way. And it will help to bring that through in such a bigger, clearer way. It will have much more meaning for you when you're doing these other things. So we're not saying to you, don't do them, or we're not saying that they are not enough. We're simply trying to help you to get to where it is that you want to be. We understand also that because of where it is that you come from, you may think that getting to this higher vibration is something that is unattainable or unsustainable. That it can cause you to be afraid of doing that. And you may not identify it as being afraid of getting there. However, we are aware that there is resistance in you reaching for the highest vibration that you could attain. And the only reason that that would be going on is because there is some kind of fear that is associated with it. And we want you to be aware that that is okay for now. It will dissipate. It will be alleviated the more you are tapping into the source energy, because really there is nothing to be afraid of, but we do know that humans do have that fear. Because when you're tapped into that vibration and then it changes your life in so many amazing ways that it is possible that it could separate you from some of the people who are in your life currently, but it will also bring in new people for you as well. And we are of the understanding that you are aware that there will be separation from you and these other people that you have had these connections to. So those feelings, those knowings could very well be unconscious or conscious but pushed down some. However, this is what we call the push and pull. You're trying to get here and you're like, no, yes, no, yes, no. If I do this, what's going to happen? I want to do this, but. So we're just allowing you to be aware that we understand where you are at, that we are aware of where it is that you're trying to get to, and that we are wanting to congratulate you on all the work that you have done in these past few lifetimes and many lifetimes, because you are really doing many, many amazing things here. And you really have no idea how many amazing things that you're even doing. So, with that, we just want to say good luck.